A very good evening to you, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the Q8 Pilot channel. It is 1700 Zulu, 2000 hours local time here in Kuwait City, Kuwait. The weather is without a doubt changing here in Kuwait. It is about 15 degrees Celsius right now, and light drizzle outside. Nice change for us from the hot summer. So welcome all of you guys to this stream. I'm very sorry that it's been quite some time since I've streamed, but I hope you guys are well. And today we are going to be doing a first look at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Sim Update 4. This is the update that everyone's been waiting for. It has a host of improvements, fixes, mainly FPS. That's the biggest issue that people were complaining about, and it seems to have been resolved to a large extent. But let's go ahead and take a look today. We're going to be flying the Inibilds A340 from Zurich to Frankfurt in Germany. Again, this was a request from most of you, opted for this option that we do a full flight today. So working for you, Simbit World is in the house, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard. Mr. Christian Barton, welcome aboard. And we have also Dominique Marker, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. 121 Diaz, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And what I will miss, and hello, Mr. DP. James, welcome aboard. Glad to have you with us this evening. All right, so we are going to fly the Edelweiss Airlines today. The weather is a bit cloudy here in Zurich, and hopefully, we'll have some nice weather at Frankfurt once we arrive. So we can see that I am using FSLTL as well today to push this sim a little bit to the edge there with the everything's maxed out in terms of the setting sliders. So this is maximum settings with FSLTL and flying the Inibilds A340. If we look at the frames counter here, as in our current position, I'm getting about 90 FPS. Without FSLTL, I get about 110, 120. So FSLTL still needs optimizations, but so far so good. Let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit, but let me here go right there. There we go. The beautiful Inibilds A340 cockpit. Very, very nicely done aircraft in terms of the visuals. The sounds are terrible on this aircraft, and the flight model definitely needs work, but it looks good. So let me give you a quick briefing on our flight today. I have a lot of windows open today. So let's go here. There we go. Frame Gen 2X, that's right. Hey, Dougal, Mektavish, and Stan, welcome aboard, guys. Missed you, I think, in the last stream. Welcome, glad to have you with me this evening. And this is, oof, look at that. It looks like this is not the right runway for, but that's strange because that's SimBrief. So we are flying today from Zurich to Frankfurt, and our final cruise altitude is 20,000 feet. Short flight today, about 287 nautical miles. So without further ado, let's get started. And the first thing we're going to do is come over here to My Flight, and we're going to say import from SimBrief. Now, I have opted to download this aircraft so that it doesn't take time to load it using the internet, and use the internet for downloading the airports and textures. So far so good. Let's go to the weight and balance. So fuel, and we're going to again say let's say import all from SimBrief, and we're going to use instant load. Right, so payload is set, and now everything is ready. Perfect. All right, we're going to go here to the overhead panel now. First, we're going to make sure that the let me remove the handrest. Parking brake is set, and all engine switches are in the off position. The thrust lever is in idle detent. Landing gear is down and locked. And we're going to come now up to the, what did I do? There's another thing with there we go. That's better. So the wipers are in the off position, and we have more than 25 volts on the batteries. Battery 1 on, battery 2, and now we can turn on the APU bat and external power alpha and Bravo. There we go. Perfect. I think the sound's maybe a little low, but we'll check on that a little later. Cruise supply on, ground control on, and we're going to do the APU fire test real quick. And then adheres 1, 2, and 3. All checks okay. Engine fire test. Checks okay. And then we're going to move down here and arm the emergency light. Non-smoking signs. Fasten seatbelt signs. And we can now turn on the, let's see here. If I can get my view right. All right, let's do the fuel pumps. All right, all fuel pumps are set. Perfect. And let's just take a quick look here at the panel. Make sure there are no white lights and everything looks good. Perfect. Okay. So the aircraft is powering up. I really like the work they've done on the displays. I think it looks really good. But the sounds of this aircraft, I have to say, are just terrible. Yeah, for the price, they need to do a better job for sure. I'm sorry, guys, I have not updated the links that you normally get using the exclamation command today, and you've also seen that I haven't updated the images at the beginning of the stream, so my apologies for that. Been very, very busy, very hectic last couple of weeks. So let's head over to the Makdu and set things up. Right, perfect. There we go. We're going to go to diff strip again. We're going to make sure we have the latest database, and which we do, 27th of November to 24th. 27th November to 24th of December. So Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate Christmas, guys. And happy holidays. Yeah, the year is almost over. And I have lots and lots of things for the new year, for the channel, for my 2 other channels now. There's a 3rd channel coming very soon. All right, so let's go ahead and clear all of that. And we're going to go to init Bravo, init Alpha, beg your pardon. And we're going to go ahead and request init the initialization and get the data from SimBrief. As you can see here, we are going from Zurich to Frankfurt. Flight numbers Edelweiss 1056, constant index 150, and the cruise altitude is 20,000 feet. What really caught my attention with the Inabuilds A340 is that they've implemented the step climbs perfectly. So that's something that I have to give them the credit for. So we are done here. We're going to go to the flight plan. We're going to select Zurich, and then we're going to select the departure. The departure today is out of 28. So we select that. We're going to bring up our Navigraph charts. Here we are departing at the Digi 1 X-ray, which is this one here. So that's the Digi 1 X-ray. We're going to insert that. And then we're going to go to Frankfurt. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. And there we go. That's Frankfurt arrival. And the arrival is 25 right. So let's see here. That's the ILS Zulu 25 right. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And then it's through the Spec 5 Bravo, which is this first one here. And there are some transitions. So let's go to the approach, and we're going to go to 25 right. Zulu is the one we want. So that's 25 right, and that's Zulu. And we're going to click here and see what transitions we've got there. So if we look here, let's see, which transition do we have? Doesn't look like there is a transition. Let's see here. Yeah, no transition. So I'm just going to say insert. And I'm sure we're going to find discontinuity now. So let me click here on flight plan. And let's cycle through this real quick. No, it looks like there is no discontinuity. Ah, there we go. Manual. So that's the manual there from here, from DF616 to DF426, this one here. So we can very safely clear this discontinuity. Let's see here. Not allowed. Okay, we'll delete manual first. And then we delete the discontinuity. And that works perfectly. Excellent. Mr. Mal Sabin, welcome aboard. Welcome. John Ranger, welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you with us. Hey, going to viewing the McDo and the Tolos A319 to get the wing MCDU. Yeah, the wing is great. Mr. Valero is in the house, ladies and gents. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Thanks for the support. I thought that you left the Discord today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I thought it was you. All right, so we're done here, and flight plan is done, and I'm gonna start this clock here, and next we're gonna go to the progress page. We're gonna enter LSZH, which is Zurich, and we're departing 28, and the opposite to 28 here at Zurich. Let's take a quick look here. So the opposite to 28, maybe we'll select 34, just in case we need to come back. So we'll put that there. All right, so 34. And next we're gonna go to the nav and radio, and we need to take a look at our departure and see if we need to, let's take a quick look here. Again, I think we can, this is 28, so we can put the, let's see. It says close in obstacles left and right of track up to 170 shortly after end of runway 28. This requires a minimum climb gradient of 7.7% up to 2,400 feet. Oof. Okay. All right. That's fine. Initial climb clearance is 5,000 feet. Okay. Perfect. We can ignore this now. Let's go to Init Bravo. And from Init Bravo, if you just click here once, and then on the block fuel, it automatically sets everything for you, which is pretty cool. Okay. So the last thing we need to do is we need to set our performance, and we're going to come, actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and start the APU. We're going to wait for the, it's working now. Okay, chalk's on. All right, so we're just going to wait for the flap to open, which it is now. So we're going to start the APU, and now we need to calculate our performance data. Thinking about getting their rudders to replace Logitech. That's a good move. Okay, so let's go to performance, takeoff performance, and from takeoff performance, we can simply say sync and sync. So we have everything there, and now we can just say calculate, and it should come back and calculate. Oof, pretty cool, huh? I love the animation there. All right, so 262738. Let's go to performance. 262738. 126. 127. And 138. All right, those are our speeds, and then the flex temperature is 43. So flex 43, and that goes there. And it's going to be flaps 1 and 5.2 up. Okay, flaps 1, 5.2 up, and there we go. Excellent. So everything is now set up here, and we have our flight plan here as well. We're going to turn on the flight directors on both sides, And we're going to set the altitude to 20,000 feet, short flight. And now we can turn on the APU bleed, and we can turn off the external power, and we are pretty much good to go. Let's see. All right, so QNH is set to 1019, and everything is, we're going to put the terrain radar on this side. We're going to turn on the, weather system on. Okay, we'll worry about that a little later. And that's pretty much it here. We are ready to go. Okay, perfect. Quick look here at the outside just to make sure everything, the only thing is we need to remove the chocks and we need to remove the ground power unit. So we're going to go to ground equipment. And let's see here. We're going to remove the GPU. Okay, GPU is removed. And we are now ready to... Why is it so loud now? Okay, never mind. We're going to go here, click on GSX. It's going to say that the parking is too small, but that's okay. Prepare for pushback and departure. And we're going to select ice warning. Do you want to risk the icing treatment?
Please stand by for engine start until
No.
push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay. So now we're just going to have to wait for the engine start. We're going to wait for the pushback to complete before we start our engines due to icing conditions. Never knew up, down could be on either side of the pitch. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Anyone here use the next level seats? I do not. I've tried them, but yeah, they're okay. A little bit expensive, but who is going to stop us? Yeah, exactly right. How have you been, Martoya? I hope you are well, my friend. Do you recommend a 2024? Still on 22 here. All right. So I was going to reserve the comments until we have had the chance to look over this. And the short answer for you is that it is very stable now. The FPS is very stable. Visually, it's okay. There is a number of helicopters. I think the helicopters are quite fun to fly now in MSFS. So, yeah, it's time to move on. It's time to move on for sure. All right, parking brake released. Ah, sorry. It's definitely time to move on to 2024. I think it's in a state where it is, I think probably this is, you know, should have been like sim update 2. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely in a very stable state now, and it works as it should. Definitely enjoyable to fly. You can either use auto FPS or you can use what do you call it? What's the name of that duck application? God, I'm definitely getting old, guys. The duck application. Does anyone remember the name? Okay. So everything here looks super. Lossless scaling. Thank you very much, Alex. You know that feeling, huh? Yeah. All right. So what is going on here? Let's take a look. All right. I think we can release the parking brake now. Ah, it wants us to know pushback facing west, north on the taxiway. What's the problem with GSX today?
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Okay, continue pushback. Ice warning.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay. Why is GSX not doing... And why does it only do this? Straight pushback. I don't know what to do. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. And this only happens on stream again. Alright, let me try to put the parking brake on. And let's try here one more time. GSX connectors is connected. It's not doing anything. Alright. So, how do we end pushback? All right, so the only thing I can think of now is to come over here and say restart. Now we have one of two ways. One is, let's see if we can get this to work again. Yeah, it looks like it has started. Let's try this one more time, guys.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
GSX menu not available.
This
Is it
parking
still
too small
restarting?
for your aircraft.
All right. So we're going to have to... let me see here. Parking is on. Let's see.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
Okay, it's going to complain about that. So what we're going to do is... let me go to the external view. Again, all of this stuff, guys, it only happens on stream, just for you to know. All right, let's see here. We're going to do that. No, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. Unfortunately, that's the only way that we're going to be able to push back. So yeah, I think that's fine. All right, let's go and start our engine. So engine mode selector, ignition start. Immersion killer, always possible and always probable in Microsoft Flight Sim. So we're going to start with engine number 4. There we go. And now engine number 4 will start spooling. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Let's go, folks. Give me a hand. Try to push back this little bird. Yeah. Same here. Actually, this is the only day 2 using Auto FPS, but it fixed most of my problems. Perfect. Perfect. I'm very glad to hear that. Right. So the engine is now coming up. I did notice that the clouds are looking much better now in Microsoft Flight Sim. Not as good as X-Plane, but it's looking good, that's for sure. All right, so we have the engine now spooling up, and we should have it ready for departure in just a second. There we go, engine is available. Let's start engine number 1. This one seems inop. Okay, we're going to come here. We're going to set this to auto. And we'll leave this on standby. Okay. And now the engine number 1 is starting. So far, I've done a few test flights with I was actually... What I really wanted to do in this stream was to... show you guys different airplanes, different GA, different helicopters. But I think most of you opted for a full flight on the Inibuilds aircraft. So, So that's the reason we're doing the any builds today. But I think and that's why this is really not a full review. It's just a first look of 2024. I think there's a lot more that I wanted to show you. All right, let's go ahead and start engine 2 and 3 together. And we are going to set the auto brake to max. We're going to set flaps 1, arm the emergency lights, and we're going to set this to 5.4 up. 5.4 up. So that's let's see here. Why is it not doing it? Maybe it needs the hydraulics, so we'll wait for the 2 engines to start. And we forgot our beacon, so beacon light on. And everything else is good. Perfect. The sounds are really, really bad on this aircraft. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it was the hydraulics. So 5.4 up is now set on the trim. And we have all engines now available. We're good to go. So engine mode selector back to normal. And we are going to turn off the APU bleed, APU master, and nose light to taxi. Perfect. Everything's now ready to go, and let's go ahead and we're gonna just make a right turn since you know, we couldn't do a pushback today. So parking brake is released and off we go. Okay. Gotta love it when you're in the sim. You get to do a lot of things that, by the way, a lot of accidents have happened with you know, wings hitting other aircraft, and yeah. So overall here on the ground, I think at this deluxe airport, so this is a premium deluxe airport, I think things are actually looking pretty nice here, I have to say. And we're gonna make the turn here on this taxiway, taxiway November, and head over to the departure runway, which is somewhere right about there. Let's take a quick look here. Yeah, that's our departure runway. Or is it that one there? I really am not sure. Let's take a quick look here at our Navigraph charts. So where are we? Oh, come on. All right, let's bring up Sim Link. Okay. Another reason why Navigraph is so important for flight simmers is the airport charts. All right, so that's 28. Yeah, that's our runway, so we are in the right spot. We're gonna make the turn here and head over to the runway. Perfect. Okay, so at least we know where we're going now. And this guy seems to be going all over the grass. He's a madman. All right. All right, we're going to do the takeoff config test. There we go. And he's gone just right through us right there. It happens in all the sims. Quite a busy airport here, Zurich. So far, what I can tell you, what I can report to you that definitely has been fixed in Sim Update 4 is the stuttering. There's no stuttering in this version. The FPS is significantly improved, so that's always a good thing. Bubblegum, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Hello, Dave. Welcome aboard. See, a non-premier standard airport. They're not good. Yeah, they're definitely not good. The airports, standard airports in X-Plane are much, much better. But I'll tell you that the payware airports in Microsoft Flight Sim are second to none. And that's why, by the way, you'll see that there is a plethora of sceneries for Microsoft Flight Sim. Apparently, it's easier to develop, you know, highly realistic textures in Microsoft Flight Sim, and thus, you know, we get airports that are almost 100%, you know, true to life, almost, in a lot of cases. So, so yeah, that's I think the reason why we're seeing so many Microsoft Flight Sim scenery out there. Just about every major airport that you can think of is beautifully modeled with, you know, a high degree of accuracy, and that's something I really like and appreciate in Microsoft Flight Sim. But those have to be payware airports. Okay, so we are approaching the departure runway, runway 28 left, landing lights, strobe is on, nose to taxi, to takeoff, beg your pardon, and we are good to go. Nice to see GA aircraft as well in the sim. Is that like... That's not done very well, is it? It's not supposed to look like that. Looks like a piece of hanging tissue. And I'm not sure why Anybuilds hasn't fixed that, but that's all right. Okay. All right, we are lined up. This is a beautiful sight here of the runway at Zurich. We are ready to go. We're going to start our clock, and off we go. Engines are stable. Manflex 43 SRS and runway. Rotation speed is 126 knots. Very nice, smooth, and stable simulator now after Sim Update 4. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gears going up. Wow. Just beautiful, isn't it? Right, we're going to set the thrust climb is set. Autopilot 1 engaged. That is a beautiful sight here out of Zurich. All right, and speed check, flaps up. You can disarm the speed brakes. Captain Mayday, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Haven't picked up back up the 2024. Really not interested in paying for scenery. To run 2024 already takes a significant investment. I will stick with X-Plane 12. That's a wise choice, my friend. Captain TCAS is in standby. You are absolutely right. Thanks for that. TARA is set. And we're approaching 7,000 feet, so barrel set to standard. Let's bring up some lights so we can see a little better. And down here, floodlights. There we go, much better. Okay, perfect. Right, we're going to set this now to 40 nautical miles. And we're going to come to the McDo. And we are going to come first to the init page. We're going to set the cost index to 0 to save on fuel. There we go, that's set. And next we're going to go to the progress page. And we're going to update the arrival runway. So we're going to go to flight in 25 right at Frankfurt. So EDDF 25, was it right? 25 right, indeed. 25 right. Looks like it's showing tailwind right now. So we're going to update that. And now you'll see that we have about 159 nautical miles for arrival. So very short flight. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go to the flight plan. And I want to actually add a, let's see, let me go to return. Let me see if I can go there. There we go. Fix information. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot 25 right. And we're added there. And then we're going to add the radius of 10 nautical miles in here. And then now we should be able to see it on the display. All right. So we are now a little above the clouds here, and let me just show you a couple of things, okay? So first here, if we look at the ground is actually looking good in this specific area, but in a lot of areas, the aerial imagery that's being streamed does not look all that great, to be honest. So that's one of the things I picked up in this version, that the terrain mesh, although streamed from Bing Maps, it doesn't always look good. So that's one of the things that kind of just threw me off. The second thing is we can see that the clouds have improved, but they, in this, for example, particular scene, they look extremely unrealistic. You can look at that, they look kind of patched. The clouds in the distance are quite nice, I have to say, and the sky colors are quite nice at this time of day, but generally speaking, the clouds definitely need work still after Sim Update 4. So that was a little bit of a disappointment from the visual perspective. Performance-wise, I can tell you that I am very happy with the performance. I have done some quick benchmark tests on the CPU utilization, GPU utilization, as well as the overall temperature of my CPU and GPU under heavy scenery. And I have to say that I'm very, very pleased with the performance of Sim Update 4. It works just the way it should work. So, Sim was excellent. Glad it's fixed. Time for me to install. Yeah, Stan, you gotta do it. I did a 10-hour VATSIM flight yesterday in the PMDG 777 to test SU4 fluid on VATSIM with Sim Pilot 320. Ooh, how cool is that? Stutters removed, definitely. Yeah, definitely the stutters have been removed, and the sim is very solid now in terms of performance. I think even folks with medium-end machines should be able to enjoy a good trade-off between visual fidelity and performance in the sim now, and really enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator that like they should, have been able to since day one of purchasing it. So yeah, definitely big improvement in the performance department. The visually, I think it still needs work, in my opinion. And considering that they stream the data, and it just doesn't look good unless, by the way, you install the region locally on your hard drive. So you can actually do that. You can go to the marketplace, select my tools, whatever it is, my scenery, my packages, and from there you can, or my library, right? From there you can go to any specific region and you can download it. And now if you do that, the sim looks fantastic. The trade-off is that it's going to take a lot of space on your hard drive. So definitely not something I would recommend that you do unless you want to fly a region and, you know, get the, you know, really crisp textures and, you know, photo-real imagery that looks real. Right now, in a lot of places, the photo-real imagery does not look real. This is a beautiful view here of the sky colors, the clouds, and you can see the beautiful texturing on the wing. The Ini-builds, when they first started, I think they used to pay a lot of attention to everything about their aircraft, the sounds, the visuals. They, you know, in the recent releases, the Ini-build's A350 is, of course, a masterpiece of an aircraft. Unfortunately, it shipped with a gazillion of errors that needed fixing. And I think that the release was a little bit hasty. And the aircraft has gone through a major fixes since its release, and it still has some issues. Mainly, the main problem with the Ini-build's A350 is the performance. So it is a very resource-hungry add-on, and that continues to be a problem for many. Obviously, I have a capable graphics card and quite a beast of a computer, and so I don't really have that problem. But then if I look at their aircraft, by the way, they have not been successful with general aviation aircraft, and my advice to any builds, do not develop general aviation aircraft. It's just not your thing. Don't develop military aircraft because it's not your thing. You know, focus on what your guys are good at, which is airliners, and maybe you can start, you know, developing some classics. You know, bring in some nostalgia to the sim. He's not currently on the network. Are you on 50 series GPU of the game? And braking starters came back after some update for rolling back to 56636. Fixed it for me. I'm on the 4090 graphics card. I'm not on the 5 series. And I have the latest NVIDIA driver. X-Plane has released a fix for the CTDs, so it's working just exactly as it should now. So I'm quite happy with that. This is a nice view. Yeah, very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and turn off the... we forgot all the lights, so let's turn those off. And we're going to also release the passengers here, and we'll put that on auto. And now we can actually start putting the arrival details. So yeah, I am on the latest NVIDIA driver. I am using exactly the same settings for my NVIDIA control panel. I haven't changed those. And the sim is working just fine. Yeah, it's really working very, very well. And haven't had any issues with it since the, since I started testing it. So we need to start putting our arrival information. So we're going to go to Frankfurt. We're going to go to the weather, and then, TD in 119 nautical miles. So let me come here, and we're going to go to Perf, and we're going to go to the next phase, and now we can enter the information. QNH is 1017, 1017. And there we go. And the current temperature is 3 Celsius. Pretty cold, isn't it? And the winds are 50 at 7. So we enter that here. Perfect. Transition altitude 6,000. And the approach is 25 right. Where's 25 right again? 25 left, 25 center, 25 right. So let's bring that here. And 117. Perfect. All set. And we're all good to go. If I just go to 80 here. Yeah, that's our ring right there. So we're good. Let's take a look at the outside real quick. Oh, this is really very nice. Yeah. Again, by the way, the terrain underneath is not the greatest. I can change the weather, but I think we'll just leave it today. We'll do it some other time in a stream where we test things out in a more detailed manner. And then I can also bring up all the performance counters so you guys can see how this version is performing. So overall, yeah, I'm very pleased with Sim Update 4. I'm not very pleased with this aircraft though, but yeah, Sim Update 4 is definitely the update that we've been all waiting for, and I think I am not disappointed in all the performance gains, and as well, by the way, in the helicopter additions that they've added. There's also something like helicopter missions, and I don't know what's the association with Netflix, but it says Netflix, and then you've got several missions that you can fly using helicopters, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we can switch to airport, that's correct, yeah. I'm not on the latest driver and still getting Vulkan device errors even after the update. Huh, that's strange. Wonder if it's Traffic Global or SAM. Traffic Global, I don't think so, unless you have an older version. But you should be fine. I can't decide whether to upgrade my trusty old 3080 Ti. It's still doing a great job and never chase frame rates. Well, Dougal, I think it's fine. The 3080 Ti is actually not a bad graphics card. So if you're happy with the performance, keep it. Don't waste the money. Keep your money for something else. Hey Q8, what's your opinion on the Aerogenesis A330? I want to love the laminar version, but I just find something wrong with it. I'm saving up for the toolless Aerogenesis A330. I don't think I've heard of that. But the A330 by Laminar is okay. It's their flagship, products for X-Plane 11, and it's been a labor of love for the guys over at Laminar. They take a lot of pride in developing the A330, which is going to receive a major update with X-Plane 12.4. Now, it is not a study level aircraft. It is not a, what should I say? It's not an accurate rendition of the Airbus A330, but that said, it's quite an enjoyable aircraft. For a free add-on, for a free A330, I think it's pretty good. But yeah, obviously the tallest aircraft is much, much better in terms of the system, in terms show outside. Okay, we can do that for sure. Just a reminder, don't forget your zero cost index before you said it's already done, my friend. All right, so here's the outside, and I think now you can see what I was talking about very clearly. You can see that the terrain, while this is all, being streamed for Bing, it doesn't really look that great. Yeah, it looks patched. I don't know, the colors look off. It just doesn't look very good. But if you download the region, then it looks fantastic. Yeah, this is obviously being streamed right now. So, yeah. All right, let's take a quick look here. TD is in 85 nautical miles, so we're almost at our top of the descent. 5080 drops to sub 1,000 US dollars. Ooh, really? It went down that much? Wow. A very good evening to you, Mr. Roy. Glad to have you here. Welcome aboard. Yeah, the outside view is very nice, without a doubt. So, a little bit of an update for you guys. Something that I do want to share with you guys, because to me, this community has become my family. So I'd like to share with you guys some of the important decisions in my life. And I have decided that I will be going on early retirement this coming July. So July is going to be officially my last month where I work for someone. I decided that this is the best course of action for me, and I will be leaving the corporate world once and for all, and that means that I am going to be a full-time and dedicated content creator on YouTube. Thank you very much, Dougal. Appreciate it, my friend. I know you know the feeling, Dougal. So yeah, and what that means for the Q8 Pilot channel is that I will be dedicating a lot more of my time. You will be able to see more content on the channel. You're going to see a variety of content, including videos, shorts, long form streams, things like that. And by the way, I have a nice surprise for you guys, but let me finish this thought first. The second thing that I'm going to do, you all know that I've started a channel called Genovate. Genovate has been doing okay. It has reached 1,000 subscribers, which is quite an achievement considering how saturated the AI niche is right now. I haven't really figured out a proper strategy for that channel yet. It's just really me doing things because I have passion of showing people what I've come to learn. Another thing that a lot of you guys know about me is that I have a lot of passion for teaching. Now, teaching, and I'm also a developer since the age of 6. I started programming with GW Basic at the age of 6. My first program was Happy Birthday for my dad. So when I thought about this, and after much research over the last couple of months, I decided to start a third channel called the AI Teachers Toolkit. In this channel, I will show teachers how they can automate their tasks. How can they basically build, things that will help them save time. One of the biggest pain points for teachers is really time. So this is what I'm going to do in the once I am retired, and obviously I'm quite excited about being a full-time creator because that's going to really allow me to dedicate more time to you guys and develop better content. I have, by the way, probably in my hard drive 20 videos that I've started and never finished. And every time I, launch Adobe Premiere, I start going, and then, for one reason or the other, I just lose interest and just end up not doing anything. So, and I think it's, quite honestly, guys, I think it's fatigue. I think I'm burned out from work. It's very demanding, and it's really taking a lot of my time, and just by 5 o'clock, 5:30, about 6 p.m. is when I get home. I'm just completely drained and I don't feel like doing anything. So top of descent is in 56 nautical miles, just so that we are aware of what's going on, and we've been flying for about 21 minutes. This is a really lovely scene. Let's take a look here at the outside. The night lighting has definitely been improved in this version, as you can see here. And now you can see here, by the way, you can see how the terrain doesn't look good. The mesh doesn't look photoreal at all, in my opinion. Yeah, but definitely nice view there. Let's take a look there. Oh, very, very nice. So that is what I'm going to be doing starting July of next year. I started the C64 Basic, then MSX Basic. Ooh, wow. Possibly scary, but also a really exciting new chapter in your life. Wish you nothing but the best, buddy. Thank you very much, Dougal. You're very kind, sir. I know that feeling too. I got home 40 minutes ago, and yeah. What a coincidence. With ChatGPT, I created a scenery creation course with Blender, and for MSFS 2024, very impressed by the outcome. Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do with AI, And if you don't start using AI, you'll be left behind. Now, there are a lot of things about AI, some really good things, some like bad things. But overall, I think AI is going to reshape how we do things. It's going to reshape the world, and it's going to even reshape the job market. I don't think that it will replace humans. I think it will always require humans to operate properly. But what I believe is that some things that used to take, like months can now take hours. And it's just really amazing, the power that it brings and the productivity in any industry. So yeah, I've been really having a lot of fun with AI. I don't know how much I've spent on all the, all the tools and all the different sites, and just kind of exploring, trying things out. But I think I am at the point where I have established authority on the subject. Not everything, but mainly on generative AI. I think I have become quite proficient, and I can definitely provide professional advice. And another thing that leads me to another thing that I want to tell you guys I'm going to be doing after retirement is I'm going to be doing training. So that's another thing that I want to be engaged in, and provide training for corporates on things like leadership and the use of AI in today's modern business and things like that. So that's that. Another good news that is flight sim related, Mr. Neeson, I think about, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And I want to welcome Colin from Italy, I think. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Q8, can you describe more in detail what you do not like about the scenery on the ground? I do not understand what you think and could do better. All right. So let me show you. Okay. So if you look at this area here, I mean, I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about. This is actually doesn't look photoreal. In some areas does. The mountainous areas look really good, but this here does not look photoreal at all to me. So yeah, it just doesn't look all that great. So it takes a bit of time to load, but yeah, that's my main complaint with MSFS. Especially during daylight, you'll be able to see it much better. Now, the good news is also, that's just great news. Every morning will give you a great joy. I think so, Stan. Thank you very much, Stan. And all of you, thank you very much. I feel really proud and privileged to have been part of your journey, Sam. Well, Dougal, it's been my complete privilege having you as a friend, as a moderator on the channel, as a supporter. I really appreciate your friendship. I appreciate your integrity. I appreciate all the things that you've done for the flight sim community with SimWings. It's been quite a journey, and you guys are all an important part of my life. So, and I really honestly, Dougal, I hope that I can meet you in person the next time I'm in the UK. So hopefully we will be able to coordinate it and meet. My family is actually in the UK now, so they've left for the holidays. So I unfortunately am tied up with work, so I'm unable to join them. But yeah, they're all in the UK now, and definitely want to meet you in person. You're blushing, Dougal. That's how kind you are, my friend. You are a very humble person, and it was only my complete privilege to have been, accepted by SimWings and to have been your friend. I really, really value the friendship that I have with all of you guys. I really miss Rand, Alex, Drashal, Carl. I really miss those guys, and I'm sure they have their reasons for, not being here. But yeah, you guys have, you've been with me through the test of time, and for that I am extremely grateful, guys. You can't imagine how grateful I am for all the things that you guys have done for me, namely, the moderators on the channel, Dougal, Rand, Stan, Carl, Alex, and Trishal, and Fee Skycheck. Yeah, I am forever and endlessly grateful for all the things that you've done for me. Oh, Rand is in the house, ladies and gents. Where have you been, my friend? Just kind of getting worried about you. I have your, of all of you guys, I think you're the only one I have your, you and Stan, I have your mobile numbers. So I was going to call you the other day. I said, "Listen, what happened to Rand?" Yeah. All right, well, I'm glad you're okay. 13 nautical miles to top of descent. I think the lighting looks really good in Microsoft Flight Sim. Don't you guys think? It's really, really brilliant. Especially the lighting inside the cockpit. Looks really good. All right, so landing system is on. We're going to leave everything else here. Everything here is fine. Okay, perfect. Let's take a quick look at the outside. Again, this is a really, really sensational view of the A330 by Unibuilds in the MSFS skies. It's looking really good. The night lighting definitely has been improved in this version, so things are looking much better. The sky color, the sun glow is, I think, something that still needs a little bit of work to make it look, ultra realistic. And I really wish that they would include an option to remove the sun glare. Bubblegum 7865, welcome aboard. And you guys are all here to support you too. I am definitely very grateful for that, Roy. And yes, the Q8 pilot community has been an important part of my life, the entire journey. And you guys have really made a lot of my bad days really nice days and happy days. You guys have, as much as as much as you enjoy the streams, I hope, I enjoy your company. And that's something that I think has really made a huge difference in my life. There were a lot of times where, I was feeling down and I was feeling, probably, I'll let you guys on a secret here. Let me just begin the descent first. All right, so we are going to go to 5. There we go. Okay. Nav descent. And let's just check what's the platform altitude. 5,000 feet, exactly. Okay. So I'll let you guys on a little secret. Not very long ago, so in the recent past, I actually was at the verge of entering into very severe depression. And I don't want to, I don't like to talk about that period because it was a very painful time for me. But by the way, you can see the traffic there. You can see the strobe lights there, which is pretty cool. And the only thing that actually helped me stay out of it and gave me strength was flight sim. And it's not flight sim as in, turning up the simulator and flying in the sim, but it's you guys. The fact that you guys, were with me here on the channel, and you gave me the support, you gave me all the love that you can give. We crack jokes together, and this is, I think, this is exactly what I wanted, the Q8 pilot to community to look like. A place where, fellow flight sim enthusiasts come together, have fun, enjoy, crack jokes, talk a little bit about, digress sometimes. And I'll tell you guys collectively are the ones that helped me through that difficult time. At the time, I didn't say anything. I didn't say that I was, depressed or anything like that, or that I was at the verge of just collapsing. But it took a lot of will, a lot of strength, a lot of patience, and all of your support to help me through it. And for that, for as long as I live, I'll remain grateful to all of you guys. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Our RAM price is shooting up already. I have no clue. Yesterday's 320 Sim Pilot long haul stream was also to celebrate 100k subs. Ooh, like you. He is a great yes, he is. He is. I bought mine early October to ooh, wow. Hey, Fly Lilo is in the house. How are you doing, my friend? A very congratulations on the win in the Arab World Cup. Morocco just passed, I think, over to the semi-finals after beating UAE 3-0. So congrats, it was a great match. Thanks, Dougal. Appreciate it, my friend. Hello there, Jesse. Welcome aboard. Yeah, bought 32 GB October 7th, 97. It's now 400. Really? Wow. What's going on with the RAM prices, guys? The FS community is another kind of people. Heartwarming, loyal, smart, knowledgeable, and I totally agree with you, Sam. We will stand together, if I may say that. Yes, sir, you may. All right, 14,000 feet. We're looking good. It's going to be a nice approach into Frankfurt. We're looking good, and everything is looking in tip-top shape. It's because of the AI data centers. Ah, okay, that explains it. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense. Here is a night view from the passenger perspective, and the clouds definitely during the nighttime definitely improved in this version, Sim Update 4. I've noticed that since we started the flight up to this point, we hadn't had a single stutter. Really is very smooth performance. FPS has been very, very good. So right now we are getting 119, GPU utilization 98, CPU utilization about 20, latency 50, 4750, which is okay. I'd like the latency to be around 24 for the best results, but, you know, as long as the game runs well, who cares, right? But yeah, the definitely the FPS is significantly improved in this version, again with FSLTL, and running the sim at maximum performance is definitely a testament to all the new improvements that have been made. Let me reduce the lights here a little bit on the flat panel lights. I think that's better. Those can go to max. And let's take a look here. We could open the dome lights, but not required at this point. So let me turn on the map lights and the console lights for extra immersion. There we go. We don't need the tray. And there we go. All right. So we are at 10,000 feet. Let's go and turn on the landing lights. Landing lights on. There we go. Fasten seatbelt signs are on. And everything is now set up for, we're going to put the constraints back. And we're going to change this to 20 nautical miles. Things are looking good. And here's a look. This is a beautiful sight of the A330. We can see all the traffic, by the way, there in the distance. You can see the strobes. There's an aircraft here. You can see the contrail. Yeah, definitely very immersive. And it really has come a long way. Now, For the next Microsoft Flight Sim stream, I definitely want to fly one of the GA aircraft. So I want to go with maybe something like the, the Black Square aircraft. Things are a bit dark, aren't they? Let's see here. Where is the... So no more lights here. Well, we could always turn on the dome lights. That's too bright, isn't it? It's a bit too much. But better visibility for sure. So maybe I'll just leave it there so you guys can enjoy the cockpit lights. It was a bit too dark earlier. All right. There is a Dash 8 I've been impatiently waiting from Majestic. Is it out yet? Do you know? There is a Dash 8. I know Majestic Software has been working on the Dash 8, but I don't know when is it going to be released. Q8, I'm in bed with food poisoning right now. Oh, very sorry to hear that. But actually, a couple of years ago, you gave me a great inspiration when you talked about changing your lifestyle diet. I'm also improving. Ooh, very, very glad to hear that. Very, you just made my day. And now I'm getting, like this YouTube is not receiving enough data and all that stuff, and that the connection is poor. I hate it when that happens. I'm sure you guys are getting some buffering there. But hopefully it subsides for our landing. So there is no stuttering, Sneak 693. There's no stuttering whatsoever in the new Sim. Sim Update 4 has been great. Works really, really good. You buffered twice. We had a little buffering, but seems fine now. Okay, perfect. So I actually run as well the Sim. Stream is healthy. I don't know how much it, let's see. So you guys are okay, right? Yeah, it's still showing me that it's poor, but maybe I just need to refresh. Elaine, Janine, welcome aboard to the Q8 Pilot channel. Welcome to the family, my friend. With the recent Level Up 737 version 2 release for X-Plane, do you find yourself using the Zibo or the LU? 737 version 2 release. Do they have an updated version? I don't know if they have an updated version, but I will definitely check. I haven't flown the aircrafts in a very long time, so mainly because of the flight model problems that it had. So I have a huge fear of open space and crowds. It keeps me from missing out on great events like FS Expo or FS Weekend. Oh, you're not alone, my friend, so I completely understand. Hi, Q8. I am stranded in my garden since I forgot my keys at work, and I had to wait about a couple of hours until someone came to open the door for me. I just went to thank you for the company. Well, thank you very much, sir, for stopping by, and I hope it wasn't too much trouble for you. I've made those mistakes before, so you're not alone. I think at some point we all forgot our keys somewhere. Only sometimes it's it's just more agonizing than other times. So yeah, I hear you, my friend. I hope you're good and you are safe and well. You know, YouTube has made a change, a new change. I used to be able to see, like, you know, how many, oh, I can see what they've done. So they've moved where with their new update, they've misplaced everything. Yeah, they're definitely making changes to the platform. But yeah, anyway, we are getting pretty close. I think the lights are becoming really bright now. So let me go and I'll put it on dim. Maybe that's better. A little bit better, I think. What is this? Do you guys know what this is? That is a really, really nice evening approach into... Now, the clouds are looking very funny, and I think it's more than likely this driver that I'm using, the latest one. I think things don't look all that great with this driver. So, yeah. I'm not quite sure it's entirely public, but I have seen a few previews of it. To be honest, I think I will continue using the Zebo. It seems more mature and polished in my opinion. Obviously. I just read that FS Expo is adding even more remote access and viewing this coming June. It's going to be a great way for everyone to attend. That's great. That's really great to hear, Stan. Alright, we are getting close to our transition altitude. So I think transition altitude is 6,000 feet. So the altimeter at Frankfurt is 1017. Alright, so let's do that. 1017 is now set. And we are looking good here, making the final turn for final approach into Frankfurt. We are approximately 26 nautical miles now from the airport. The clouds are looking horrible now at night. Yeah, this is definitely the NVIDIA driver that I'm using, because when I rolled back earlier, this problem is gone. This little artifacts on the edge of the clouds, and as well as you can see the shadows here inside the cockpit. So that's definitely a driver issue, and hopefully they'll fix it with the next release. And since I always watch your streams and found them to be in my homepage, I thought that I was subscribed, but I was not until today. Oh, well, welcome aboard, my friend. That's strange. Yeah, YouTube has been doing some really strange things lately with, you know, subscribing you and removing you and recommending and not recommending. And it's just the algorithm, and it's based on sentiment, and it's, I mean, all this gibberish that, you know, I don't understand really. I mean, I do understand. I just don't find it very helpful for a content creator, especially, by the way, smaller channels. So, alright, so we are getting pretty close now to the final platform. You know what, guys? I am tempted to change the time a little bit, because this is just not looking very nice right now. There we go. That's much nicer. What do you guys think? Yeah, let's do that. That's much nicer, isn't it? And now you can see exactly what I was talking about in terms of the textures. You can see how those are, you know, looking really funny. They don't look realistic at all. And this is all streamed from, you know, Bing Maps, but it doesn't look all that great. The trees, the vegetation looks really nice. But yeah, this is much better. The night lighting in Microsoft Flight Sim, while improved, I think still needs work. Sounds like a Mr. T conspiracy. Welcome aboard, Boss Haas. Glad to have you here as part of the Q8 Pilot family. all settings could be set low. No, they're actually set pretty good. Here, I can show you guys very quickly my settings before we land. So we are render scaling, NVIDIA DLSS, and everything here is ultra, ultra, ultra. Everything here is ultra. Airport service quantity is medium because, yeah, I don't really, the service, this is at the airport. And then parked aircraft is off because I use FSLTL. Parked aircraft rating is low because I use FSLTL. And everything else here is ultra. Yeah. So everything's fine. So what do you guys think? Should we record our approach into Frankfurt? We are going to arm the speed brake, auto brake to medium. Yeah, clouds definitely don't look all that great. Okay, so we are approaching. We can see already the localizer needle. Yeah, there's definitely some changes that YouTube has done. So on the video that I watch now from the YouTube studio, there's actually some overlays on top of the video. I'm not sure what this one does. What does it do? Ah, okay. So now what they have like the stream health on the upper left corner, which is very useful because I can now watch the stream and know if there is something wrong going on. And then there is the stream key is also shown on the other side, which is also pretty good. So, all right, so now we can see that we have the glide slope and the localizer needles both there. We're all set up for our arrival. We can now come here and click on approach. And we'll begin the approach phase, I think, at the 10 nautical mile ring. Or maybe a little before that. We can see the traffic works, so that's cool. The traffic radar works. Localizer captured, as you can see. So you guys want a replay of the landing, or should we skip it today? What do you guys think? There's also a big MS skipped. Okay, so you guys are not interested in a replay. All right. Almost there. If you guys change your mind, let me know. There is a, by the way, nifty application for Microsoft Flight Sim that I used faithfully during my 2020 days, which is Parallel 42 Flow Pro. Apparently, their relationship with Orbex has ended, and now they want me to go to my account, get them a proof of purchase so that they can, you know, give me, move my product to the Contrail store and download it again. So it looks like they've now made it compatible with MSFS 2024 after a very, very long time. So it was a really, really nifty application. So when I get around to it, I'll probably, you know, download it for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. All right, speed check. Let's go to flaps 1. Flaps 1 set. Glide slope active. Looking good. Whoa. Looks like there's traffic there in the vicinity. Something very close to us. You can see it in red. Right, and we will do the following, guys. We will extend the speed brakes. Okay, speed check, flaps 2. And we are now at the 10 nautical mile ring. And we're going to go ahead and select gear down. Yeah, Flow Pro is very good. Replay. Alright, you guys want me to replay. Alright. Heard 19th for the chase plane. Ooh, that's something I'm waiting for. Right, speed check, flaps 3. And let's arm the speed brakes. There's definitely some crosswind. Although, if you look here, 50 at 7 isn't really bad. But we'll see. Okay, and speed check, flaps full. Alright, so we're going to bring up, you guys want me to do the replay. Alright, we'll wait just a little bit, and then we'll activate it when we're closer to the airport. Actually, we are pretty close now. Also, the 19th day after PMD release for 2024 with a nice Christmas presents. Oh, PMDG's releasing. Oh, very good. You mean they're releasing the 737? Is that what it is? That's all great news, guys. Thanks for sharing the news. All right, let's check here. Flaps down, speed brake armed, gear is down, cabin crew notified, and cabin is ready. We have no blues. We are cleared to land. Ah, look at that. There's a stadium. All right, let's bring FCR, beg your pardon, record. And let's begin recording. And we're going to put this here on the side. Let's take a quick look here at the owl. Oh, look at that, guys. Wow. This is a beautiful sight here of Frankfurt as we arrive. This is the stadium. Very, very nice. That is beautiful. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look at this city, guys. Wow. Right, we have the runway in sight. Beautiful Frankfurt. Very beautiful rendition. This is again a premium deluxe version of Frankfurt for Microsoft Flight Sim. Right, switch this to 10 nautical miles. Almost there now. Things are looking gorgeous. 1,000 feet to go. Autopilot off. My aircraft. This is a rather remarkable approach into Frankfurt. Looks really, really nice. Again, we want to make very small changes there to the pitch and the roll. This aircraft actually is a nice aircraft to hand fly. Much better than the inbuilt A350 in my opinion. Now, I noticed a little bit of stutters there, and that is FSLTL more than likely. And we do get some anomalies in terms of the scenery as well.
About 200. Minimum 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
And reverse screen. Ladies and gents, welcome to Frankfurt. All right. All right, we're gonna just exit here, and let's take a look at the replay. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the landing. Let's go ahead and bring FCR. And we're going to stop the recording here and let's play it. Okay, now it's going to give me some master caution and things like that, but that's okay. Now look, this is a really nice scene here of Frankfurt as we arrive. Beautiful rendition of the actual city of Frankfurt. Again, this is something I really like in Microsoft Flight Sim. The scenery is just great. This is a beautiful, beautiful approach here, and things are looking just fantastic. What do you guys think? I like the spicy mustard on my Frankfurt. I like how everything looks. Yeah, it does look very, very nice. Very immersive indeed. And again, you can even see the traffic here. It looks really good. And on this side, you can see the actual airport. A little bit of stuttering normally if you have FSLTL when you arrive, because you start loading all the aircraft there in the vicinity. So again, it's very, very immersive, very, very nice indeed. There's the wing view. Look at the again, you can see the smoke there coming out of the factories. Very, very nice indeed. Just a lovely wing view here as we come into land. We'll do it one more time, maybe with the wing view, but let's just take a look at the approach like that here. Nice livery too. That's Edelweiss is an airline, but it's also a very beautiful song. During the Sound of Music movie, it's one of the songs I really like in that movie. All right, so here we are coming to land at Frankfurt, and we're just going to put it in this view here. Almost on the center line. And there's your reversers. Hesitantly deploying. It's pretty cool. All right. Let's do it one more time with the wing view. So I think right here is good. And we'll just play it here. And we'll go to the wing view. We'll go on the other side, I think. There we go. Wow, this is really nice, guys. Really, really nice. Very smooth. No stutters. Just really full immersion right there in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 Sim Update 4. That is a very realistic wing view here as we come into land. There's another aircraft landing over there. Nice wing flex. You've got your speed brakes deploying there. Overall, very nice flight. Alright, we can come here now, and I think the brakes are hot. So we're going to say you have control, and we're going to remove that. And I'm just going to turn the brake fans just in case. And welcome to Frankfurt once again. Landing lights off, runway turn off lights, nose light to taxi, strobe to auto, and we're going to go ahead and start the APU. This was a really pleasant flight. One of the things I really like in MSFS is when you're on the ground, you can really see, especially for the airports that you know that are well done. It's actually very, very accurate, so you feel like you're literally at the airport. They're just some of those scenery creators are really, really creative. So we just need a flight attendant bringing us coffee. Yeah. There's a nice document you can download for the SDK. It takes time. It's got your manual. I'm starting to learn how to create my own custom airplane and airport in X-Plane 12. That's pretty cool. That's really, really nice. Yeah, X-Plane actually is not very difficult to start, but it's difficult to master. Easy to learn, difficult to master. That's how I see X-Plane. I haven't yet attempted anything, but I will be developing a lot of tools for you guys. One of the projects I've been working on is something that is like flight radar, but only for the GCC countries. It turned out to be a really difficult undertaking, but I never quit. So I've progressed very, very, I'm at advanced stages now with that project. That's another thing, by the way, that's I'm going to be focusing on after, you know, my retirement. And another thing that I'm working on is a project called Luma Wild, which is an AI-based travel curator. So you can already tell that I am just engaged in so many things right now, and I think this all of it together is really feeding my passion, and I'm just really very content doing all of it. It gives me something, you know, it gives me a lot of purpose, and it's just really a lot of fun to be doing all these things. Right, so this is the cargo terminal. We're not going to park at the cargo terminal today. Let's go park in the passenger area. But this is actually for a premium deluxe airport. I think this is a really nice airport. Very nicely done by Asobo. I'm not sure if they've actually used any of the known developers to develop these airports, or they've developed them themselves. But one thing I can say is that they're very well done. Yeah, the premium deluxe airports, the handcrafted ones, are quite nice. Okay, I think we can pick one of those spots coming to our left instead of going to the main terminal. And this should be perfectly fine to bring the aircraft to a stop here. We'll pick the stand here, which is stand, what, 2? I don't know what the stand number is, but we're just going to make the turn here. Why is it not turning? All right, this just needs... Let's give it a little power. Ooh, nice landing there. Alrighty. That's 178, I think. Maybe that's the opposite one. All right. And let's set the parking brake here. I'm going to turn off the taxi lights. And let's see, what else? We're going to leave that until the... so we'll just wait for the APU to start. There. Yeah. Pretty cool. Let's see if we can also get the GSX to work now that we've arrived into Frankfurt. So we'll just wait here. Let's take a look here. We are at 50. So actually a fun flight, I have to say. I mean, all right, so APU bleed is on. And we can kill the engines now. The sounds are really bad on this aircraft. I really am not sure why. And if you're good at 3D programs like 3D Studio Max or Blender, you are already having... Yeah, that's very true. Alright, engines are good. We can now turn off the beacon lights. Ooh, that was a go-around. Did you guys see that? Oof, this guy hard landing. Oof. Alright. Let's, looks like this guy is lining up for departure. Okay, so now we can go to, let's see if we toggle GSX menu not available. Yeah, there's something wrong with GS. Let's see if we can go, there we go. Let's see, we're going to request deboarding. All right, there we go. And now we get the actual GSX. Now we have GSX coming to the aircraft. I'm not sure if this aircraft is actually compatible. They have the proper... Yeah, it looks like they do. But the doors need to open after the stairs are attached, not before. So, but actually it looks pretty good. GSX is actually one of the, very best products created for, definitely this is not in the right spot, as you can see, so it's doing like total immersion breaker right there for you. But that's okay. So Sim Update 4, guys, just my very quick thoughts on Sim Update 4 is that it is definitely... The wait was definitely worth it for Sim Update 4, both in terms of performance, mainly, which is a big thing, and also from all the new additions for the avionics, the helicopters, the new missions, the new scenery. Overall, I think this has been an update that was well worth the wait. It took a very long time to deploy. As of today, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 has become a seriously enjoyable flight sim. I think that from this point forward, we can only expect good things to happen in the Microsoft Flight Sim platform. I definitely do hope that they continue with 2024 for some time before moving to something like 2025 or Microsoft Flight Sim NG next generation. I hope we don't get any, because that would be very gimmicky in my opinion. So I hope that they stick now with 2024, continue to develop the platform, and continue to enhance the elements that would give us flight simmers the best immersion. I will be, guys, with you this coming Thursday, and I forgot to tell you that I will be interviewing Ramses, the developer of the Flight Factor 777 here on the Q8 Pilot channel very soon. I am really looking forward to speaking to him, to find out all about the Flight Factor 777 journey into X-Plane 12. But until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.